Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Spokane Steve here, and it's time once again for Strat-O-Matic baseball. Been a while since our last broadcast. Greetings to Kenyon Gray and Ben Witz today. Had a great vacation and dragging a little bit today, but also excited to get back into the 1966 replay. Before today's game begins, I wanted to point out a mistake of mine in the last game. I had 2 earned runs for Sandy Koufax. As you can see here, all 4 of the runs were unearned. So I apologize for that, but as you see, when I enter the game manually into the computer version, it corrects that problem for me. And greetings to Kelly Hibbs. It's the White Sox at the Twins today. We're on May 19th, 1966 still. One more game on the schedule tomorrow. For May 19th, that is, of course, and then we'll move on to May the 20th. 2 right-handers going today. John Buzzhart for the White Sox, Jim Perry for the Twins. There's the cards. Fine year for Perry, solid year for Buzzhart. Let's take a look at them here. Well, I look up their stats in the replay so far. For Buzzhart, 4 starts. He's 1-1 with a 2.13 ERA. He has 1 complete game. It was a shutout. Many of you might remember that. In 25 innings, Buzzhart has surrendered just 18 hits. Perry 0-2, but with a fine 2.87 ERA. 2 relief appearances and 2 starts. He also has a save. 16 innings, 16 hits, 18 Ks. So let me get that set up there, and we'll go ahead and give you that. You can notice the corners missing here from the score sheet. Mookie ate that. Yeah, he chewed a corner off. I had to take it away from him. The lineup today for the White Sox will be Don Buford at second base. Tom McCraw at first base hit second. Gene Freese at third base in the 3 spot. Floyd Robinson will play right field and hit cleanup. Pete Ward is in left field hitting 5th. Tommy Agee in center bat 6th. J.C. Martin will do the catching and hit 7th. Al Weiss at short bats 8th. And Buzzhart, the pitcher, hits 9th. See, I am out of practice. Hang on a second. Left field, let's see. Bear with me, gentlemen. How's everybody been doing? Twins defensively have Earl Batty catching. The infield, Mincher at first, Allen and Versailles at short. Allen and Versailles up the middle, I should say. Harmon Killebrew back at third base. Jimmy Hall in left, Tovar in center, and Oliva in right. Let me check the White Sox. And other than the catcher there, fielding the same team as they were in the last game between these 2 clubs. All right, we're ready to work here. Perry ready to go. Umpire says play ball. And up steps Don Buford. Oh, my eyes today. I'm telling you, I'm trying to read these stats on the computer. Buford comes in at 248, 3 home runs, 17 RBIs. Switch hitter batting lefty against Perry. Perry gets the sign, and here's the pitch. That's going to be a 6-8 left-handed, and he walks him. Not a good idea. Buford with great speed walks to lead things off. And a shout out to Mike and Frank, who are here as well. It's already hump day, that's right, and the grounds crew already went by, so we shouldn't be interrupted by any of the lawnmower noise today. Okay, Buford a star 17 stealer. Let's check the battery now. Perry a -2 hold. Batty a 0 arm. That would be 15. They're going to hold him on and make him a 13. as Tom McCraw settles into the left-handed batter's box. McCraw hitting just 136, 8 for 59 on the year. No home runs, just 3 runs batted in. Perry out of the stretch now on a 3-6 right-handed liner right into the glove of Versailles. So a liner to short, throws it to first, but Buford back to the bag easily. And with 1 down, here's Gene Freese. Freese hitting .314, 3 homers, 6 RBIs. Perry gets the sign now, runner being held. Here's the pitch on a 6-5 right-handed high fly ball to deep left field. Backing up his Hall at the track, makes the catch for the out. So Freese gave it a ride, but it's allowed out to left. And here's Floyd Robinson now. Robinson batting .260, 4 home runs, 11 RBIs. Runner still being held. And with 2 down, the White Sox really need to try to manufacture something, don't they? Last in the league in runs scored with 101. 2 through 6 or 9. Buford's going to try for that lead. On a 5, he's got it, 1-13. The pitch, there he goes. The throw by Batty. He's stolen it. So a 2-out steal of second by Don Buford. And now let's see how many that is for Buford. His 8th stolen base of the season. He's been caught twice. Here's the next pitch now to Robinson. That's a 6-7 left-handed, a single to 1. On a 15, that's a ground ball to first base handled by Mincher, who will take it himself to retire the side. So no runs, no hits, 1 left on after half an inning. Chicago nothing, Minnesota coming to bat. That's right, Frank had it 3-1 Sox in the pre-play. Here's Buzzhart now. As he gets warmed up, let's go over the Twins lineup. God, I got to get some better light here. Hang on a second. Where is it? Something I can see today. Somehow that one is a little better for me today for some reason. Okay, for Minnesota, Zoilo Versailles leads off at short. Cesar Tovar is in center in the 2 spot. Tony Oliva in right field bats third. Don Mincher at first in the cleanup spot. Harmon Killebrew playing third base hits 5th. Jimmy Hall in left 6th. Earl Batty, the catcher, hits 7th with Bernie Allen at second base. And Perry, a pretty good hitting pitcher, rounding out the lineup. For the Chi Sox, J.C. Martin will be behind the dish. The infield, McCraw, Buford, Weiss, and Freese from first to third. And the outfield, Ward in left, Agee in center, and Floyd Robinson in right. Buzzhart ready to work now as Zoilo steps in, the right-handed hitter. Hitting .262, a pair of homers, and a dozen RBIs. Buzzhart now into the windup. That's a .210 right-handed, a fly ball into right field. That's playable for Robinson. And 1 away. Here's Tovar now. Apologize for my eyes today. I'm really blurry. I just put some eye drops in. Tovar off to a slow start. 9 for 58, just 155. 1 homer, 3 runs batted in. The right-hander standing in now as Buzzhart goes into his windup. That's a 5-8 right-handed triple to 1. Just missed it on a 2. That's going to be a base hit for Tovar. Tovar with good speed, a star 17 stealer. And let's check the battery for the White Sox. Buzzhart a 0. Martin a 0. So they'll be holding Tovar at 15 as Tony Oliva comes to bat. Oliva batting .270, 3 homers, 14 RBIs. And at 15, Tovar is going to try for that lead, 2 through 5. On a 10, he does not get it. And from the stretch, here's the pitch from Buzzhart to Oliva. It's a 3-12. Asterisk single, into right field. Actually knocked down in shallow right by Buford, and Tovar will have to stop at second. First and second, one down for Minnesota. And here comes Don Mincher. Mincher's been out of the lineup for a few games, but he's back in there today. Comes in at 306, 6 home runs, tied for the team lead in that category, and 13 RBIs. And hello, Greg. You know, Kenyon, I think you hit it right on the nail head there, buddy, because I thought about it too, and you guys know how I love pitching. And I felt it would be a little bit too much, even for me. First and second, runners take their lead. Buzzhart checks the runners. Now from the stretch comes into Minter with a 4-6 left-handed grounder to second base. That's going to be Buford to Weiss for 1, to first, not in time. That's going to go as a 4-6 force. Oliva erased. Tovar takes third. And with 2 down, the batter will be Harmon Killebrew. Killebrew hitting .341 so far, 5 home runs and a team-leading 20 runs batted in. Runners at the corners, 2 down. Here's the pitch now. 6-6 right-handed. Base hit into center for Killebrew. That's going to drive in Tovar for a 1-0 Minnesota lead. Mincher can go to third on that. 10, 12, Robinson plus 1, 13. He's going to hold up. It's an RBI single for Killebrew. Mincher holds at second. No point ending the inning at third base. And here's Jimmy Hall. Hall, a part-time player having quite a season. 24 for 54, guys. That's a 444 average. 6 home runs, tied for the team lead with Mincher. And his 16 RBIs are third on the club, all in 54 at-bats. First and second runners take their leads. Here's the pitch from Buzzhart to Hall on a 1-9. Swung on and missed, strike 3. And that'll do it for Minnesota in the first. They do get a run on 3 hits. They leave a pair. And they lead at 1-0 after an inning. Bear with me, I'm trying to focus my vision in a little better. Here's Perry now, getting ready to toss the second. Yeah, I don't blame you, Gray. That's what I went through in my mind when I was thinking about doing it, or trying to pick a season to do. Alrighty, it's Ward, AG, and Martin for the White Sox in the second inning. The White Sox come in 10-17, as you can see here. Minnesota 16-10. Ward hitting .237, 2 homers, 10 RBIs. Perry into the windup. The pitch to Ward is a 2-5 right-handed. That is a base hit into center field. Ground ball right through and up the middle. And Ward is aboard with a leadoff single. Ward, not a star stealer, but he is a 15. 13 not held. They won't hold him. And the batter will be AG. AG hitting just .209. No home runs still at 11 RBIs. So with a good power card, Tommy Agee in his team's 28th game of the season, still looking for his first home run of the year. Kind of surprising. Perry checks the runner. Now the pitch to Agee on a 2-4 grounder. Back to Perry. He whirls and fires to Versailles for 1 to Mincher, double play. So a 1-6-3 double play. Erases the runner. And the batter will be J.C. Martin, the left-handed hitting catcher. Martin hitting .344, 11 for 32. This is only his 10th ball game. He does have 1 home run. Perry into the windup now. Here's the pitch to Martin. That's going to be a 5-7 lefty. Double to 11, and look at that. He rolls the 11. That's going to be into right center for extra bases. Tovar getting it back in. Martin will hold with a double. Martin swung a hot bat as the left-handed hitting catcher. Romano done the bulk of the catching for the White Sox. But Martin's been hot when he's in there. Here's Weiss now, the light-hitting shortstop. Weiss just 171, 6 for 35, no home runs. Switch hitter batting left-handed. The pitch from Perry is a 5-6 lefty. Grounder to second. That's an easy play for Allen. He goes to Mincher to retire the side. No runs, 2 hits, a man left for the White Sox. Good question, Ben. I'll try. I'm going to answer that here. I'll refresh my memory myself. Orioles in first place, of course. A game ahead of Kansas City, and the Twins and the Tigers are tied 2.5 back. Indians just 3 back. So 5 teams bunched pretty closely atop the American League standings for the moment. Oh, I got you, Ben. So you want them to knock the Twins down? Yeah, you're for Detroit. Gotcha. Bottom third of the lineup for the Twins. Earl Batty will get us started here. Batty hitting .291, 2 homers, 19 RBIs. Right-handed hitting catcher. Buzz hard into the windup. 112, liner to short, snagged by Weiss. 1 away, and here's Bernie Allen. Allen, the left-handed hitting second baseman, comes in at .250. 1 homer, 11 RBIs. Buzz Hart goes into the windup. Here's the pitch now on a 2-9 right-handed. Grounder into the hole at short. That's going to be Weiss to McCraw. And quickly, there's 2 down in the second. They'll bring up the pitcher, Perry. Jim Perry was a switch hitter. He'll be batting left-handed against Buzz Hart. 7 pitchers hitting card with end power. And here's the pitch from Buzz Hart now. It's going to be a 2-8 right-handed. Swung on and missed, strike 3. 1-2-3 inning for Buzz Hart. We've completed 2, and it's 1-0 Twins. I tell you, my buddy Eric was here in basically 5 days. We saw pretty much every area of Spokane and burned the candle at both ends to do it. I slept 9 hours last night, which is pretty rare for me. But we had a marvelous time. After he left, I thought of a couple of things. Actually, we both did. A couple of things that were on the list that we didn't cover. But, I mean, I can't complain. We crammed a lot into really 4.5 days. What the heck is wrong with this chair? Oh, I see how it is. Hang on a second. All right. That's better. Slight earthquake. Nothing to be concerned about. And then it just slips right out again. Well, it's probably my doing. good enough for now. I'll have to look into that later. We move along to the third inning. John Buzzhart will lead it off for the White Sox. Right-handed hitter, 1W. Perry with the pitch. 6'8" righty, and he walks him. Oh my goodness. Perry commits the unforgivable sin of walking the pitcher, particularly with a 1-run lead and leading off the inning. That'll turn the lineup over, and here's Buford again. Buford, of course, walked and stole second in the first. Well, Frank, you guys know how it is. I'm sure we've all done it. You go on minimal sleep for 5 days, then you catch up, and you've got kind of a sleep hangover, you know. Somehow the cushion of this chair has slid a bit, but it'll be fine for now. Here's Buford batting lefty. Perry, paying no attention to Buzzhart at first, goes into the full windup, and the pitch to Don Buford is a 1-4 grounder to second base. That's Allen. He goes to Versailles for 1 to Mincher, not in time. That'll be a 4-6 force. And actually a break for the White Sox as that puts Buford on, or it'll be held on at 13. Oh, we didn't close anything down, Ben. We pretty much did our partying here at the end of the day. I have a lot of trouble driving at night in my advanced age. Okay, Buford's going to try for that lead. It'll be a 13. 2 through 6 or 9 to get it. He's got it on a 9. The pitch to McCraw. There he goes. The throw from Batty. He's stolen it on a possible overthrow. Let's check Batty's overthrow now. 1 through 5. No overthrow. So Buford with another stolen base. His second of the game. And that puts him in scoring position with 1 down for McCraw. And here's the pitch to McCraw. That's a 3-6 righty. Liner right into the glove of Versailles. Just like last time. So McCraw twice driven the ball right at the shortstop, trying to go to the opposite field. And here's Gene Freese now. Flew to left his first time up. Perry staring in. The pitch to Freese is a 2-9 righty. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, and that'll do it. No runs, no hits, a man left. We got a pitcher's duel here so far. 1-0 Twins. We're going to the bottom of the third. Entire league. Wow. 639. Whole league ERA of 2.98. That's true. I think that's a lot of the reason why I seem to have a lot of close games in the 66 replay. And 68, by the same logic, would be even more so. Oh no, Mike, I did not see that. Rest in peace, Ed Cranepool. That must have just happened. And greetings to Mike and to Jeremiah. Same for a lot of the 60s, of course. And yeah. That's why they lowered the mound, yes sir. Okay, here's Buzzhart ready to get going here as we go to the bottom of the third. Versailles will lead it off, top of the order for the Twins. Zoilo flew to right his first time up. Buzzhart set now. Here's the windup on the pitch. It's a 4-7 right-handed grounder into the hole at short. Weiss is there. Throws to McCraw, 1 down. I did see the James Earl Jones. That was a... How did I hear about that? Facebook, I think, of all things. Tovar, 1 for 1. He scored the only run of the game so far. The pitch from Buzzhart. 6-8 right-handed grounder to second base X. That's Buford. And this is where the White Sox get into trouble. Buford a 4E39. Here's the play. On a 15, he makes the play and throws him out. Nice play, Buford. 4-3X, 2 down quickly, and here's Tony Oliva. Oliva singled in the first. Buzz hard into the windup. Here's the pitch to Oliva. That's going to be a 5-3 left-handed. Grounded to the pitcher, X. Buzz hard a 3E10, and here's the play. On a 6 to E range. The roll is a 6 on an E10, and he makes a fine play. Gathers himself and throws to McCraw to retire the side. 1-3X. 1-2-3 go the Twins. We've got a tight one after 3 complete. It's 1-0 Minnesota. Yes, sir, Frank. I think that one's safe. Especially the way they're playing the game today. Something would have to change. Oh, my God. Drastically would almost be an understatement for that to happen. And thank you, Mike, for that. The longest tenure in Met history. 18 years with the Mets. Terry getting ready to go to work in the fourth. It'll be Robinson, Ward, and Agee for the White Sox. Robinson, 0 for 1, left-handed hitter. Perry into the windup. Pitch to Floyd is a 6-5 left-hander. That's a high fly ball to right field. Going back is Oliva at the wall. Leaps. It's just off the wall. Backing up is Tovar, and Robinson's into second easily with a leadoff double. So he almost got that one out of here. Let's take another look at it. 6-5 lefty, 1-6. He has the power, but rolled the 7, and he'll wind up on second base with the double. He's the tying run. And here's Pete Ward. Ward singled in the second. Perry checks the runner now. Here's the pitch to Ward on a 1-5. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Second strikeout for Perry. And the batter will be Tommy Agee. Agee bounced into a double play his first time up. And here's the pitch for Tommy Agee now. It's a 5-7 double to 4, and he's got it on the 3. How about that? Looked like Tovar was going to get there, but it drops in and rolls to the wall. Rounding and scoring is Robinson, and Agee in with an RBI double, and this game is all tied up now. Let's look at that again. 5-7 righty, double to 4. He rolled the 3, and we got a tie ball game. That'll bring up Martin. Martin doubled his first time up. Who had 20 with the same team? Runner at runner at second, 1 down. Here's the pitch now to J.C. Martin. On a 3-7 right-handed fly ball into right field. Oliva there. And makes the catch for the out. Let's see, the B question mark is only for a runner at third base. Okay. That one always, I have to think about that one for some reason. I think this has come up before. Here's Weiss now with 2 down. Perry comes right in there, attacks him with a 6-11 left-handed little slow roller to first. Mincher to Perry covering, and that'll do it. The White Sox tie it up, a run on 2 hits and leave a man. Oh, there were 5 guys, huh? 5 who started after 70. I'm going to say Ripken was one. Cal Ripken Jr., that is. Paul Molitor, maybe? Or Yount? We're heading to the bottom of the 4th in a 1-1 ball game. Don Mincher will lead it off for the Twins. Don is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch now for Mincher. It's 3-6 right-handed. It's a double to 5, and that is going to be down and rolled to the wall. Mincher rounds and steams into second with a leadoff double. So it's double fever here in the 4th. White Sox hit a pair of doubles in the top of the inning. And now Mincher starts off the bottom of the 4th with a 2-base hit. And that'll bring up Killebrew, who singled in a run his first time up. Buzzhart checking the sign now. He comes in there with a 6-7 right-handed. That is a double to 15. Bam! Back-to-back doubles as Killebrew rips one into the left center gap. Ward chasing it down. Mincher in to score. And on back-to-back doubles, the Twins reclaim the lead. Two to 1 Minnesota, and here's Jimmy Hall. Hall struck out in the first. Buzzhart checks the runner. The pitch to Hall is a 1-6 right-handed base hit into right field. Killebrew could try to score on that. He's very slow, however. 1 through 9, Robinson +1, a 1 through 10. With nobody out, they're going to hold him up. And here he comes. It's Mookie. Oh my goodness. Mookie had a good time the past 5 days, too. Got to go on quite a few walks, a couple of car rides. So runners at the corner, still nobody out, and Earl Batty is the hitter. And now we have action in the Chicago pen. Looking at who's coming up here. Dennis Higgins begins throwing down there. Buzzhart staring in from the stretch. First, how are we playing it? 2 to 1, nobody out. Batty against righties. Batty very slow. 10, 13. A lot of ground ball A's. They're going to play at double play depth. Buzzhart trying to get the ground ball from Batty. And here's the pitch on a 3-7. That's a fly ball to left field, B question mark. So that's to Ward. Killebrew can tag up on that. Again, Killebrew very slow. 1 through 9, +2, 11 to left. Ward a +1, 1 through 12. That's the first out of the inning. They're going to play it conservatively and hold him. A faster runner might have tried it, but not Killebrew. And that'll bring up Bernie Allen. 1 away. Allen, 12, 17 or so, 18 or so ground ball. They're going to stay back. Again, looking for a ground ball. Buzzhart delivers to Allen on a 6-6 lefty, and he walks him to load the bases. Bases loaded now. Jim Perry, the hitter. Perry, a 7 rated endurance starter. Buzzhart's a 5. Bases loaded and 1 out, and Perry's going to swing away. Switch hitter batting lefty. Here's the pitch from Buzzhart. That's going to be a 5-9 left-handed fly ball to left field and deep. Ward back on the track. That's going to be good enough. Killebrew's going to tag, and he will tag and score on this one. That's a sac fly to left, and the Twins lead it 3-1. Killebrew in to score. That's an RBI for Perry, who helps his cause there. The deep sac fly to left. And here's Zoilo. Buzzhart checks the runners. The pitch to Zoilo, a 4-7 right-handed. A little slow roller to short. Weiss charging on the run in time to nail the speedy Versailles, and that will do it. The Twins, however, score 2 on 3 hits and leave a pair. After 4 complete, they lead at 3-1. Trammell was a Tiger forever. Oh, how about Whitaker? Why not guess that, right? Trammell Whitaker. Perry now with the lead. And the White Sox trailing going into the 5th, and Buzzhart due to lead off. Buzzhart only a 5-inning pitcher anyway. He's given up 6 hits, 3 runs. Normally I don't do this early, but with a 5-inning starter on the mound and trailing, coupled with the fact that the White Sox have been offensively challenged all year, we're going to go ahead and send up a pinch hitter now for Buzzhart. So an early shower for Buzzhart today. Higgins will be coming on. Just 4 innings for Buzzhart. 6 hits, 3 runs. He walked 1 and struck out a pair. And here comes Mookie again. Mookie, you got to not be on the computer, buddy. Okay. Let's see who's going to hit for the White Sox against Perry. I'd like to see a little more speed, but they don't really have any speed on the bench, so we're going to go ahead and use Skowron now. Pinch hitter will be Bill Skowron. Skowron pinch hit in this game in real life as well. Let's check his numbers. Skowron hitting .250, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. Right-handed batter. Perry into the windup. Here's the pitch to the Moose. It's a 5-3 right-handed, a grounder to the pitcher X. Perry a 3-E8. Here's the play. On a 7, that's the error range. E8, the roll is a 9, and Perry makes the play. That'll go 1-3X, 1 down. Skowron retired. And Don Buford will be the hitter. There's the pitch now on a 1-8, single to 2. On a 4, he lines out to second base. So Buford hit it right to Allen. And there's 2 down. I think I know it now, thanks to Kenyon's hint. I'm going to let the group have it, though. 2 down, here's McCraw, line to short both times. The pitch from Perry is a 2-6 right-handed. Slow roller to short. Here comes Versailles charging on the run, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Perry. So Perry gives them the shutdown inning after the 2 runs scored. Coming on to pitch for the Sox, Dennis Higgins. Higgins is a right-hander. So far in the replay, hang on a second, Mookie moved my stats. Higgins has been in 6 games, no record, a fine 2.16 ERA across 8 innings. Just 5 hits allowed and 4 Ks. He'll be facing Tovar, Oliva, and Don Mincher in the bottom of the 5th here. Higgins into the windup now. Here's the pitch to Tovar. That's going to be a 3-7 right-handed. He struck him out. Tovar down on strikes. And here's Tony Oliva now. Oliva 1 for 2. Higgins into the windup. That's a 2-5 right-handed. Slow roller to first. McCraw will take it himself. And quickly there's 2 down. So Higgins going right after him here in the 5th. 2 down, and here's Don Mincher. He's 1 for 2. Doubled and scored in the 4th. Higgins with the pitch. That's going to be a 5-6 lefty. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. So Higgins, a 1-2-3 inning in which he strikes out a pair. And after 5 complete, it's 3-1 Twins. Whoa, hello, Rick. Isn't that the same guy who almost no-hit the Angels? Okay, I need some more coffee. Bear with me. A little slow going today as we ease back into it after 5 days away from Strat. Okay, we're going to warm that up. The name sounds familiar, Rick. I think it was. And Frank frustrated with the Mets again. 2 more to go on the 20 years. Nobody's going to take up Kenyon's hint, huh? That would have been my guess, Mike. We're going to the 6th inning now. Freese, Robinson, and Ward. The White Sox trail by 2. Freese 0 for 2 as Perry comes set into the windup. Comes in there with a 4-4 righty. Shallow fly ball to left. Hall coming in on it and makes the grab for out number 1. Another guy who played forever. It started after 70. I better concentrate on the game. I'm having enough trouble today. Okay, here's Floyd Robinson, 1 for 2. Perry set, 5-11 left-handed as a grounder to first base X. That's Mincher. Mincher of 3E12 as he ranges to his right now. Here's the play. On an 11, it's the E rating. It's that dreaded 5 on the 12. Here we go. He boots it. Error Mincher. So Robinson reaches on the error by Mincher. That's the first error of the ball game. Robinson's a star 18 stealer. 16. He'll be held at 14. And Pete Ward will be the hitter. He's going to try for the lead. He needs a 6 to get it. Does not get it. Here's the next pitch to Ward now. It's going to be a 4-5 left-handed fly ball into left field. Hall barely has to move, and there's 2 away. Tommy Agee now the batter. Agee 1 for 2, still looking for that elusive first home run of the season. The pitch from Perry on a 1-7, fly into center. That's going to be a can of corn for Tovar, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, a man left. There was an error. And it's still 3-1 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. And Lindor has just broken up the no-hitter with a home run. His 31st, I'm guessing. I believe that's right. I was just looking at him yesterday or this morning. I forget which. The MLB.com article of him entering the MVP race. Higgins will come out again. He's going to face Killebrew, Hall, and Batty. Higgins pitched a marvelous 6th. Set him down in order in fan 2. Here's Killebrew now. Killebrew's 2 for 2. So a good matchup here, Higgins and Killebrew. The windup, the pitch to Harmon on a 5-5, swung on and missed, strike 3. So Higgins now has fanned 3 of the 4 batters he's faced so far. And here's Jimmy Hall. Hall 1 for 2. Higgins gets the sign from Martin. Here's the pitch to Hall on a 6-3 lefty. It's a fly ball to left field X. That's Ward. Ward a 4E3, ranging towards the line, and here's the play. On an 11, it's the E rating. A 7 on an E3, he makes it look pretty easy, doesn't he? As he hauls it in for the second out. 7X, 2 down, and it'll be up to Earl Batty. Batty 0 for 2 in this one. Higgins into the windup. The pitch to Batty is a 4-5 right-handed. It's a grounder to short X. That's going to be Weiss, a 3E68. You heard me right, 3E68. And here's the play on a 19. He makes a fine play in the hole and throws him out to end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Twins in the 6th. 3-1 Twins as we go to the 7th inning. Hang on a second. I think I must have jarred that a little trying to get Mookie off of the table. Anyway, he's settled down now. He's in his rather predictable spot at the moment. Perry will enter his first inning's potential fatigue here, and he'll be facing the bottom third of the White Sox order. Martin, Weiss, and a pinch hitter. Martin, 1 for 2, doubled in the 2nd, flew to right in the 4th. Left-handed hitting catcher standing in as Perry comes in with a 6'9 lefty, and he walks him. A leadoff walk to the catcher, Martin. Martin, no threat to steal, and the batter will be Weiss. Weiss, terrible hitter. He's going to lay it down. He's an A. Successful sacrifice bunt for Weiss. Martin takes 2nd. And now we'll have a batter for Higgins. Bob Walker will start loosening in the White Sox pen. And let's see what we've got here. Tying run at the plate. We're looking for somebody with a little slug. And that is going to be John Romano. Never like to leave a team out of catchers. They still have McNertney and Burgess who can catch, although Burgess really more of a pinch hitter than a catcher. Romano on the season, 274, 4 home runs, 11 RBIs. One out runner in scoring position. Romano representing the tying run at the plate. Perry stares in, wind up on the pitch to Romano on a 5-10 righty as a grounder to third base X. That's going to be Killebrew, a 4-24. Here's the play on a 5. He's not going to get that. That's down the line and into the corner. That's going to be for extra bases. Romano will stop with a double. Martin in to score, and it's a 3-2 ball game. And now one more hit or walk will fatigue Perry. Action in the twin pen. Switch hitter. You got lefty, righty, lefty. Jim Merritt throwing in the Minnesota pen. And there it is. Nice job, everybody. Tony Gwynn. Oh, man, I should have had that one. Here's Buford. Tying run is in scoring position. It's Romano. Hang on, let's look at something here. Since Locker is going to pitch anyway, they're going to send Locker in to pinch run. One through 10 instead of 1 through 9. Small difference, I know, but since he's going to be in that spot anyway, why not? Here's Buford. 0 for 2 with a walk. Perry trying to settle down now. The wind up to pitch to Buford. It's a 4-12 left-handed ground ball to second base. Allen has it. Throws him out as the pitcher, Locker, takes third. It'll be up to Tom McCraw. McCraw 0 for 3 today. He's hit it to short all 3 times. Perry set. The pitch is a 2-6 right-handed, and he does it again. Grounder to short. Versailles to Mincher, and Perry wiggles out of it without fatiguing. How about that? 1 run for the Sox, 1 hit, and 1 left. As we stretch for the 7th. 3-2 Minnesota. Holy cow. Gwynn had 2 years in the 380s, I believe. He had that, he had a 390, didn't he? A 390 and a 380 something. So Higgins worked 2, his day is done. Retired 6 in a row and struck out 3. Locker coming on now to pitch the 7th for the White Sox. Locker's been their best pitcher so far. 1-2 with a pair of saves, but a stingy 1.40 ERA in 19 1/3 innings, in which he's allowed only 11 hits and fanned 16. Isn't that something? Holy smoke. Bernie Allen will bat, and then we'll see what we're going to do with Perry. Remember, Perry almost fatigued in the 7th. We may have to hit for him here. Allen 0 for 1 with a walk. Locker ready to work now. Gets the sign from Martin. That's a 6-5 lefty grounder to shortstop X. That's going to be Weiss, a 3E68. Weiss ranging behind the bag. Here's the play on a 15. He makes the play, turns and throws him out. Twins not comfortable with Perry or the 1-run lead. They're going to send up a pinch hitter now. So Perry will work 7 innings today. Jim Merritt will be coming on. Perry in his 7 innings allowed 5 hits. Nice job by Perry. 2 runs. He walked 3, and he struck out 2, just 2. Wow. Kind of surprised at that. Oh my God, Ben, I forgot all about that. Thank you for that. Little trip down amnesia lane there. The baseball card commercial. Without a doubt, Franklin. 338 lifetime batting average. You get in that era too. Okay, 1 down. Let's see who's going to bat. It's going to be Sandy Valdespino. He pitched hit in this game in real life, so we might as well use him. And he's the left-handed batter. Valdespino, 7 for 36, just 194. He does have 1 home run. Walker ready to work now. The windup and the pitch on a 6-7 is a ground ball to second base X. That's Buford. Hold your breath. 4-39. Here's the play on the 16. He makes the play for the out. So 2 X plays converted by Buford in this one. 2 X plays in this inning. And with 2 away, the batter will be Zoilo. Zoilo 0 for 3 today. Walker's set now. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a 6-6 right-handed fly ball to center. Playable for Agee. Runs it down for the 3rd out, and that'll do it. We're through 7. 3-2, Minnesota. Perry's day is done as Merritt warms up. It may not be the 7th inning stretch, but it's been a while, so let's take a 7th inning, or end of 7th inning, look at Mookie. And there he is. Up there at the top of the tree in the perch. Hey there, Mookie. Nope, he's out. He's either out or staring at something outside. I can't discern which. That's Mookie Hightower, yes indeed. One of the toughest guys to strike out too. There you go, Ben. Is that a fact, Kenyon? My goodness, that's amazing, especially in this day. Oh, good grief. It's been a close game, Franklin. If it's been boring, I guess I've got to take the blame for that because I'm a little rusty. Jim Merritt coming on to pitch for Minnesota now. Merritt in his 9th ball game, 1-0 with a save and a 1.93 ERA across 9 1/3 innings of work. He'll be facing Freese, Robinson, and Ward. Gene Freese 0 for 3 on the day. Merritt, the left-hander, ready. He winds and deals. 2-3 lefty, grounder into the hole at short. That's for Saez, throws him out 1 away. That's true, Jeremiah. Talk about looking for the silver lining, but you're absolutely right. Here's Floyd Robinson now. Robinson 1 for 3. Left on left as Merritt is set. The pitch is a 1-6, and he draws the walk. Robinson with good speed, a 1-out walk, star 18, but Merritt with that fine -4 hold. Batty is 0. That'd be a 14 not held. He is the tying run. They're going to hold him on and make him a 12. Not taking any chances. The White Sox love to run. And Pete Ward due up. But the White Sox are going to go to the bench here and bring in his platoon mate, Danny Cater. Cater, a 4E14 +1 in left. And an 11 runner. Runner at first, 1 down. Being held is Robinson as Merritt comes set. The pitch to Cater, a 5-8 right-handed fly ball into right, playable for Tony Oliva. Backs up a few steps and hauls it in for out number 2. And the batter will be AG. AG 1 for 3 on the day. Merritt set now. That's going to be a 4-10 right-handed. That's catcher's card X. That's Batty. Batty, a fine catcher, 2E2. That's a good catcher. Here's the play on the 14. It's the pass ball and pop out. So a pass ball charged to Batty. And then he pops out to the catcher. And that will do it for the White Sox in the 8th. Cater will stay in left field. Bob Locker will come out for his second inning of work. I'm checking the White Sox for a lefty. They do not have a left-hander in the pen. So it'll be Locker. Cesar Tovar to lead it off here. Tovar 1 for 3 today. Locker gets the sign from Martin. Here's the pitch to Tovar on a 6-8 right-handed single to 7 on an 11. That liner is speared by Gene Freeze at third. 1 down, and here's Tony Oliva. That's true, Mike, although they killed me in '84. Betting, I mean, of course. Oliva 1 for 3. Locker into the windup. The pitch to Tony O is a 4-7. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Down goes Tony Oliva. Vicious cut. He came up with nothing but air. And with 2 away, Don Mincher will be the hitter. Mincher 1 for 3. The pitch from Locker on a 3-3 right-handed ground ball behind the bag, cut off by Buford, turns and throws, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Locker. Fasten your seatbelts. We're going to the 9th in a 3-2 ball game. Due up, lefty, switch hitter, and a pitcher, pinch hitter for the pitcher. Okay, Al Worthington throwing in the Minnesota pen. However, with J.C. Martin due up and Romano already used, Sam Mealy is going to let Jim Merritt stay in at least for one more batter. So Martin standing in, 1 for 2 with the walk. Merritt set now. Here's the pitch to Martin on a 4-4 left-hander. That's a grounder to third base X. That's going to be Killebrew, 4E24. And here's the play on a 7 error rating. The roll is a 7. Killebrew a 24, and he boots it. Error Harmon, Killebrew, and the tying run is aboard to lead off the 9th. Second error for Minnesota. If they had a pinch runner, we could bring in McNertney to catch. But then you've also got to figure that Weiss is up. The pinch runner I would use would be Elia, and they're going to do it anyway. Lee Elia is going to pinch run. We're going to pretty much burn the White Sox bench here. But that's what we're going to have to do to give them any kind of a chance in this one. So McNertney could come in and catch. Elia the runner. And here comes Mealy, and that's going to do it for Merritt. They're going to go to Worthington right here. A lot of shuffling around here in the 9th. So with Elia running, he could stay in and play short. So we're going to hit for Weiss as well. That's going to be Smokey Burgess. Burgess, who I try not to use too much because he only had 67 at bats. For the White Sox bench running thin, however, there are not a lot of options. Burgess 0 for 4 on the season. 3 walks, he scored twice despite being 0 for 4. Left-handed hitter. Let's take a look at Elia now. No threat to steal. He's a 1 through 13 runner. Worthington ready to go to work. We may get some drama, yes indeed. Worthington ready to go to work now. Stares in, checks the runner. From the stretch, the pitch to Smokey Burgess on a 2-10, fly ball to left and playable for Hall, who hauls it in. Sorry, couldn't resist for the first out. Now we'll have to have a batter for Buzzhart. Only one decent possibility left, and that's going to be Ken Berry. So Ken Berry will come on and bat for the pitcher. Berry, the leading hitter on this club, 14 for 36. Not enough at bats to qualify, of course, but that's a 389 average. No homers, 6 RBIs. Worthington checks the runner. From the stretch, it's a 5-6 right-handed. A grounder to third. That could be 2. It's Killebrew to Allen to Mincher, and that's the ball game. Holy cow, nice grab by Killebrew. Let's look at that again. 5-6 righty ground ball to third base, and that is the game. The Twins hang on and narrowly edge the White Sox 3-2. I'll have the totals for you in just a moment. I'm happy with the game for the first day back. I'm not quite as happy with my performance today, but, I'll cut myself some slack. for being a little rusty. Hopefully you guys will do the same. Boy, I tell you what, Kenyon, that error, that's another thing I was thinking, man, I forgot to check Minnesota for defense, although not a whole lot you could do there. You could have put Rollins at third, but 4E23, 4E24, what's the difference, right? Could have put Eulander in center for Tovar. That's probably about it. So Worthington gets the save. Locker outstanding in his 2 innings. 6 up, 6 down. What about that Sox pen? Higgins and Locker strung together 4 flawless innings. But it wasn't enough. Player of the game. Killebrew 2 for 3, 2 RBIs. Sounds like a good choice to me, Franklin. Perry led all the way. He gets the win. He's 1-2 now. Buzzhart takes the loss. He's 1-2. The save for Worthington, that's his 3rd. So your totals, the Twins in winning, 3 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. The White Sox, 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors. Player of the game, Harmon Killebrew. And hello there, Ken. Ken, are you new to the chat? Or did I just forget? Hello there, Gerald. Good to be back. Somehow I've got this screen screwed up here. I can't get out of it. I'll figure that out. Let's look ahead on the schedule. Tomorrow we're going to wind up the day of May the 19th, and our game will be the St. Louis Cardinals at the Philadelphia Phillies. It's going to be the Jackson 2 on the mound. Al Jackson for the Cardinals, Larry Jackson for the Phillies. 1:30 Pacific tomorrow. So please join me for that. Welcome, Ken. That's wonderful. Glad to have you. You'll find this is a great and friendly group of guys. Well, thank you, Mike. That's kind of you to say. It's good to be back, fellas. I'm going to find something to eat. So until tomorrow, Spokane Steve wishing you all a very pleasant good evening. Take care, everybody.